Finding Instagram influencers in your niche. This is where we as dropshippers utilize people who have a massive audience, and that audience has already expressed an interest in that niche. So we can directly market to them and bring lots of exposure to your store and hopefully bring some conversions. Also in today's video, we're going to be going through how to identify bots on Instagram and other websites so that we know that we're marketing to real people. Anyway, let's get into the video. So Instagram has an enormous potential for reach. It has over 1 billion users, and every single day 500 million people watch Instagram stories. And obviously it's packed full of ads. 63% of that 1 billion log in each and every day and spend on average about 28 minutes on the site. 200 million people visit a business page each day, and 1/3 of the most viewed stories are from business pages. Business pages post on average 2.5 stories per week. That's not always a direct ad. They might also just be trying to promote exposure or brand awareness. And 73.5% of all United States businesses are present on Instagram. All right, enough with the statistics. Let me tell you a little story. So I was listening to the Indie Mogul podcast, and Indie Mogul was hosting a guy called Daps, and his Instagram is FlexGodDaps, and he was just yarning about the music videos that he'd made, and I love to make music videos. So after listening to the podcast, I sent him a little DM on Instagram. I was like, here's my show reel, here's all the music videos I've made. What do you think? Really liked your podcast. And he literally came back that day and was like, thanks for reaching out, man. Give me your email address. Let's do some collaboration. I was like, whoa, I didn't know he was going to reply. He's got like 100,000 followers. He's worked with Drake, Davido, Stormzy. I was just like, this is crazy. But what I learned from that was that if people have a massive following, it might be scary to reach out to them. It might be like, oh, they're just, why would they reply to me? They have 100,000 people who are probably sending them messages. That's just not true. Just because there's a limited chance doesn't mean there's no chance. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. How to actually talk to Instagram influencers and promote your products. Step one, you need to find them, but the main essence of this video is just talk to them. So that being said, let's start with step one. Find an influencer or find a page. So probably want to start on Instagram. You want to be looking for pages between 5,000 and 300,000 followers. 5,000 is going to give you a little bit of exposure. It's really good. Some people recommend 50,000, but I think a micro influencer with 5,000 followers is definitely going to do you some good, especially when you're a beginner. People above 300,000, they're going to be charging a bit too much for our kind of level. So I'd probably avoid those until you have a bit more experience in this kind of negotiation.
12 seconds later.
So I just bought these, and they're a little bit big for me. When I walk around, they kind of just fall off like that. And I think I'm gonna have to send them back and get some new ones. So what I wanted to do on Instagram today was look at glasses. So the thing with Instagram is it's not actually a search engine. You're gonna have to put in glasses if you're looking for them, and then just hover down to hashtag glasses. So I've looked on here just before I shot the video. I found that this was a brand page and this was a dropshipping page. So Percy Lau Official, they've got a video, no sound on the video, but this is 1 day old. It's got 3,000 views. I mean, I look at that and I'm like, that's good. That's a lot of views for 1 day. That's a lot more than this YouTube channel, in fact, is getting. So they're at a similar sort of level as me. Let's just, for argument's sake, you've got 22,000 followers, which is pretty cool. Just followed through here, and just to double check, I opened up their link, found out that it's a Shopify store, they're selling glasses, it's all very cool. And they've even got a street style account, which has got a lot less, but this is a bit more personable. And you want to toe the line between a full brand and somebody who's a bit more personable. If they're a bit smaller, but they're a bit more personable, they might be able to gain a bit more traction. But you know, it's getting a bit blurry. You might just want to go for people who've got more exposure potential. So the page itself, they're not explicitly advertising that they do perform shout outs, because that's probably the third step in this workflow is find an influencer, get in touch with them, and Get A Shoutout. This page would be great if I wanted to copy how people are selling glasses in the field. This page would be great to see what the audience metrics are for people in the glasses niche. However, I'm not actually doing that today. I'm trying to find influencers. So we need to move off this page and find someone who's an influencer. So let's keep this organic search going. Probably the first result. Perfect. Wow, that's so easy. So we go back to our hashtag glasses. So I looked at the first photo and I found that Chrissy the doll is actually advertising somebody else's glasses. Face glazed like a donut. In her description, she's just put glasses at Z-Lul. And this is a direct shout out. It didn't take me very long to find it, but it's amazing. Look, Z-Lul, 268,000 followers. They're selling glasses. And what are they doing? They're typing in hashtag glasses and they're finding people like Chrissy. So copy the influencer's Instagram and go to a page called influencermarketinghub.com. So scroll down and find their tools and use the How to Spot Instagram Fake Followers and a free audience credibility checker tool. Another website for this is flanks.com, but you're going to have to get a free trial for this. So you either use influencermarketinghub.com or Flanks. So let's just try Flanks. So pretty quickly we can see that Chrissy has a 1.26% engagement rate. So let's just put it into Influencer Marketing Hub as well. Oh, object not found. Instagram has a few metrics for engagement. It's going to be determining how quickly the speed of each like and each comment on your posts. If your speed is high, it's going to push these posts to the explore page, and that's really great. Pushing a post to the explore page is going to build brand awareness, and we'll probably have to do a separate video on how to build an audience on Instagram. But right now, we just want to do a bit of marketing. Let's just try this idea with Debutify and see what engagement we come up with. For argument's sake, if you found an influencer with 100,000 followers, a really good engagement is 2 to 5%. Once you're getting above that kind of follower count, it's going to be really hard to maintain anything above that. So, Debutify, we ain't doing too well. We got a 0.42% on our Instagram. We haven't got many followers. We're just starting out. Come on, give us a break. Anyway, in some ways this is good. It's definitely showing me that Chrissy is a good influencer to get in touch with. She's got triple the engagement rate of her own page. So she certainly knows what she's doing. Now, as we said at the beginning, we need to do this process because otherwise we might be marketing to bots. Now, her engagement rate isn't that great. It's not 10%, but like, it's definitely good.
Yeah, boy.
Real quickly, in your own time, a great way to teach yourself how to identify bots, you can go to spotthetroll.org/start, and that'll teach you a little test on what bots do and what they don't. Anyway, if you found somebody who fits the metrics we've been discussing, they've got a good engagement rate, they're not marketing to bots, and they're in your niche, then hit this arrow here on the right side of the follow. And this carousel here is just going to show you other pages in the same niche, similar level of followers, who you can also hit up. Because something to bear in mind is that probably 1 out of 5 of the influencers that you hit up are probably just not going to respond. Like I said at the beginning, try. Like, definitely do it.
So just do it! Make your dreams come true!
But you have to be wary that it's not going to happen. A friend of mine, Ashley, he said, when I was looking for a job, he said, you need to switch your mentality. Don't go out there trying to find one job. Try and go out there and get 10 rejections. Once you've got 10 rejections, you can congratulate yourself. You're like, sweet, I got 10 rejections. I'm 10 rejections closer to getting one job. And that's exactly the mentality you need to have with influencers. You need to not give up. You need to keep hitting people up. And just dedicate 30 minutes a day until you have a good relationship with someone. It's not going to take that long. At the end of the day, these people want your money too. So, go figure. But you can go through here on this carousel and you can just do exactly that. It's a lot easier than knocking on people's doors and saying, hey, can you promote my product, please? Like, you're just on your computer like, hey, promote my product. It's pretty easy. So send them a message. And you want to take the same approach as we've discussed with AliExpress. You want to let them know that you're in this game for the long term. Show them your Shopify store. Show them your credibility. You don't have to show them your sales or anything like that, but just come across confidently. And at the end of the day, it is just a message on a screen. Don't get too socially anxious about this. After you've exchanged a few messages, It's up to you how you want to do it. You can be direct and ask them to put a shout out in the straight up first message. Or you can have a bit of back and forth, build a bit of rapport, and then ask them to do a shout out, see if they're willing. When you're first doing shout outs, one thing I'd recommend is to run it from 9 a.m. EST to make the most of the USA's GDP. You probably want to start off doing 4 hours only. If it's going well, then you have a chance to pivot. You can say, this is responding really well. I'm getting traffic to my store. There's engagement on the post. Let's do another 4 hours. Let's do another day. Don't say from the get-go, let's do a 24-hour post, because then you're locked into that whole thing and it's going to cost you more. It's easier to start from the bottom, build up a little bit more and say, hey, if I give you another 20 bucks, can you do another 4 hours? Hey, if I give you another 50 bucks, let's go for a whole day. Try your luck. And don't go above 24 hours because the relevancy of the shout out is going to just degrade. It's going to fly way down the newsfeed. So there you have it. Pretty simple workflow. Search for an influencer, get in touch with them, confirm a shout out. And hopefully you'll get some more conversions. So there is your simple workflow. If it was enjoyable, if it was useful, please subscribe, and best of luck with all of your dropshipping efforts. Feel free to comment if you want to see anything else in these videos, if you want to know anything more. If you have any questions, just comment. If you like the video, hit a like. If you want to see more, hit a subscribe. Anyway, have a good day.